Pregame.com.
Welcome back. Pregame.tv, Teddy Covers, Steve Fezzik talking the big dance. Teddy's going to be giving you 5 or 6 bullet points of basic strategy betting, and I agree with all of them, that he has for March Madness. Teddy, the national media guys, they say bet on the teams that are red hot, just won their conference tourneys. They're playing great. What do you think?
Okay, well, let's start with the basic premise of if you listen to talking heads on TV, you will A, lose your brackets, B, lose money betting, and C, get really annoyed by the talking heads on TV. These guys don't watch college basketball the way we watch it here in Las Vegas. They have no idea about the relative teams or the relative conference strengths compared to how well Las Vegas understands those concepts. So, piece of advice number 1, turn off your TVs. The 4-letter networks analysts are not how you're going to make money in this tournament. Don't be fooled by the talking heads. But that leads into factor number 2, where you talk about teams that won their conference tournaments or even teams that went all out and lost their conference tournaments last week. Again, the conventional wisdom is, oh, these teams are hot right now. Like, that's supposed to mean something. Guess what? If you went 3 days and 3 days and cut down the nets for your conference tournament.
VCU.
Yeah, exactly. And did you see them after the game?
We're going to Portland. We're going to win some more.
They went nuts after that game, you know, and many teams do. This is not unusual. But the 3 games in 3 days, 4 games in 4 days, then you got to come back, go home, get all excited about the tournament, fly out somewhere else. It's not an easy situation for any of these kids. And, of course, everyone watched them last week look really good on national TV in those games. Very hard to find point spread value and very hard to find teams that bring their A game when it comes to squads that were tested during conference championship season.
Documented in the 30 for 30 NC State championship team, won the ACC. Boom, they go out to the West Coast. They should have lost to Pepperdine round 1. Watch that documentary. It'll make your point completely.
Well, I mean, look at last year. But what about UConn last year? UConn was supposed to lose last year in round 1. You know, somebody missed a bunch of free throws, and Napier got hot in the final minute, and they escaped with their round 1 victory. But you know what? Wasn't pretty. And they gained momentum from that, but the Huskies were literally supposed to be out in the first round last.
Bullet point 3, talk to me about hidden home court advantage that's out there.
Well, there's a bunch of them this year. And I'm just going to read off a list right here of first-round teams that legitimately have some type of crowd advantage in the very first round. Georgia State playing in Jacksonville. That's one. They're a lower-seeded team, worth noting. Notre Dame and Villanova in Pittsburgh. Those are 2 more. Cincinnati and Kentucky in Louisville. Both of them will draw very well in that venue. Eastern Washington playing in Portland. They're going to draw, surprisingly, in that venue. You have Duke and Charlotte. You have West Virginia playing in Columbus. You have Kansas playing in Omaha. And, of course, Gonzaga playing in Seattle. All of those home court edges worth noting for the first round.
One more quick question. We're going to go on to your next bullet point. How about a team like Wichita, 4-hour drive, then going to Omaha?
It certainly doesn't hurt. I think it's a little bit longer than that.
Right.
Longer than a 4-hour drive.
You can drive fast in that part of the country. Let's talk about teams that kick butt away from their home stadiums. That's your kind of team, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, look at the records that matter versus the records that don't. All right. I don't care what a team did against lesser competition. I don't care what a team did at home. The records that matter, what a team did when stepping up in class away from home. And that's what I pay attention to when looking at the long game logs when you're going through all these teams. I don't care who they beat at home. Show me what you could do in a hostile environment against a quality foe, because that's the type of situations that we're going to find teams in over the course of the next 3 weekends.
Let's talk about seeding this NCAA committee. Of course, they've been locked it down for weeks getting this all together. They know what they're doing. So when you probably pay a lot of attention, like when they seeded Davidson 10 that everyone else had as a 7. Yes or no?
Seeding is for suckers, all right? If you're making picks or bets based on where a team is seeded, you're not going to win. I mean, it's just that simple. When Vegas tells you the 7 seed is better than the 10 seed, you believe it. When Vegas tells you the 10 seed is better than the 7 seed, like they are with the Ohio State VCU matchup, you believe that as well. At least I do. I hope you have some Ohio State -1 in your pocket. That's where it opened, Fez, and I know you got down on that.
State -2.5. Yeah.
Oh
boy. Hey, it's going to be the and one more here. Hey, it's the big dance. Everything's big ratings. We should be betting big money. Should we make our biggest bets of the year on this tourney?
Tournament strategy, NCAA Tournament Basic Strategy 101. For God's sakes, this is not the time of year to suddenly quadruple your bet sizes. And I hear squares doing this all the time. Or, oh, I love this. You know, this game that was good a month ago is nothing like March Madness. Professional bettors keep their bet sizes stable at this time of year. They're not going to reach. They're not going to chase. They're not going to freak out because it's March Madness. If you're a serious bettor, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Keep your unit sizes constant. Keep your feet grounded. And don't go nuts just because it's March Madness and you've had too much to drink on St. Patty's Day.
Excellent advice from Mr. Teddy Covers. Reminds me of the movie Jerry Maguire when Tom Cruise gets fired and he walks out and he says, "Don't everyone think I'm going to go crazy." But you can get a little crazy. You can have a little recreational fun with this. Hey, a $10 bet can be as much fun as a $1,000 bet. It's all about making money, but it's also about having fun. And this is the time of year to have fun.
Hang on. If you're going to throw Jerry Maguire lines in there, we got to close out with this. Show me the money.
Show me the money. Show me. No, don't show you the money. Show me the money. We will be right back in Teddy Covers, and I will show you the money with some free picks. Coming up next, we go to the University of Dayton Arena, the Snake Pit. That is Dayton. Boise arrives. Dayton's laying 4. We'll be breaking down that game. Stay with us. Pregame.tv. Show me the money.